to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa, and today I have got a recipe video that is dedicated all to snack bars. So these are things that you can make and bring with you on the go. Everything in this video is vegan and gluten-free, and they all taste delicious. So we've got 3 different flavor combinations. One of them is a little fruity, one of them is a no-bake, and one of them is a chocolate chip peanut butter, because that's honestly like the best combination in the world. And as always, all of these recipes are on the blog already, so you can find those links right down below this video in the description box if you want to check them out and make them. And before we dive into the recipes, I want to just quickly pause and invite you to subscribe if you are not yet part of our awesome community here on YouTube. Tap that red button right below this video that says subscribe, and that will make you a member of this tribe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so our first recipe is going to be apricot oatmeal bars. We're going to start with the base, which is quick cooking oats and some almond flour, some quinoa flour, a little sea salt, and you can just stir that together. You could also add a dash of cinnamon if you wanted. From there, add in some maple syrup as well as some coconut oil, and then you'll stir this together. And this is actually going to be our crumble topping and our base at the same time. So once you've combined all of those ingredients, you're actually going to take a 1/2 cup measuring scoop and scoop out 1/2 cup of this, and that's what we're gonna use for the crumble topping. To finish off the base, just add in a flax egg and stir it all together, and it should form into a pretty thick dough. And then we are just going to transfer that dough into a parchment-lined baking pan, which I use an 8x8 pan here, and press it firmly into the bottom, kind of spread it out with your fingers, make sure you get it into all of the corners, press as hard as you can so that it really gets packed down, and also just make sure that it's as smooth as possible. From there, pop it in the oven for a little while until it crisps up a little bit, and then we'll remove it from the oven and we'll add on our apricot jam. I actually just buy the apricot jam, so just find a jam that you like, or you could use another flavored jam if you don't like apricot. And then you'll spread that out evenly so that it completely covers the top. And then we will use the reserved crumble topping that we had and sprinkle that all over the top of the jam. And then we'll pop this back into the oven and let everything get nice and golden brown and bubbly. I recommend letting these cool before you slice into them for at least probably 20 minutes or so. But once you're ready to cut into them, you can just slice them into squares. And these are so good. I feel like I say that with like every recipe, but these are absolutely delicious. They have that really nice bright fruitiness from the apricot. They've got a crunchy crumble topping, a crunchy kind of cookie-like base. They're really low in sugar, and they're just a really healthy alternative to like a kind of classic not so healthy bar. So I think you guys are gonna really like these. Also double as a great breakfast, and they're just a nice healthy sweet treat. Our second recipe is going to be our Superfood chocolate crunch bars. We're gonna start by making the base, which is dates, walnuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds, and coconut. And then you'll blend that up until it is formed into a sandy-like texture. From there, we're gonna add in our raw cacao powder, as well as some spirulina, some goji berries, and some hemp seeds, and you'll pop the lid back on, blend that up until, again, it's smooth and kind of sandy. Remove the lid one last time, and you're gonna add in your favorite nut butter. I did almond butter, but you could use peanut butter if you wanted. Pop the lid back on one more time, pulse it together until you've got kind of a sticky dough-like consistency. Then we're going to pulse in some Quinoa Crispies. I will link the ones that I buy online down for you in the description box. You could also do homemade. And that is going to be our base of our crunch bars. So we'll remove this from the food processor base, dump it into, again, the same parchment-lined 8x8 pan. And again, you're gonna use your fingers to firmly pack this down. Here you are probably gonna wanna use a measuring cup or a flat-bottomed glass to really make sure that you press it down firmly, because we're not baking this. We want it to be as packed down as possible so that when we cut them, they stay together. And once you have it all totally compacted, we're gonna just finish it off by topping it with some melted dark chocolate. And I like to finish with some more superfood ingredients. So we're gonna top it with some chopped up walnuts, some cacao nibs, some sea salt, and some coconut. Such a great topping, and it's so pretty. And then you will pop this in the fridge or freezer until it is completely solidified. If it's in the freezer, it takes about an hour. The fridge will take even longer. I personally recommend the freezer because I always like to keep my no-bake desserts in the freezer. But once it's nice and solid, you can just remove it from the pan and slice it up into whatever size bars you want. I do recommend keeping these stored in the freezer, especially if you want to prolong their shelf life. But they are really delicious and they are packed with superfood ingredients. I know they're like a little bit on the pricier side, some of these ingredients, but they're superfood bars and superfoods are expensive. So you could swap some of the ingredients with whatever you have on hand, but either way, they taste delicious and they're a really good, healthy snack. Our last recipe are peanut butter and chocolate chip oatmeal bars. We're gonna start with some applesauce in our bowl. To that, you will add in the peanut butter, and then we will do a flax egg and some coconut sugar, and you will stir that together until it's combined. Then you will add in your quick cooking oats as well as some quinoa flour, baking powder, and some sea salt. And again, stir that together until a thick kind of bar-like dough forms. It's gonna be a pretty thick dough. Once you have your dough, you are going to fold in your dark chocolate chips, or what I did is I just chopped up a dark chocolate bar, fold it all in until it's combined, and then we will just transfer this into, again, the same 8x8 pan that is lined with parchment paper. I recommend using your spatula to, again, firmly kind of spread it out and making sure that you're getting into the corners of your pan. Once it's all nice and smooth and everything is spread out in the pan, you can just pop this in the oven until it is golden brown. And just like the other ones, I recommend that you let this cool before you slice it, especially since this one is a little bit on the crumblier side. It tends to be a little crumbly if you cut it too soon. So just make sure that you let it cool completely and then you can slice it into your gooey chocolate chip peanut butter bars. Once you're ready to slice it up, just slice it up and enjoy them as is. These bars are so delicious. They're like a peanut butter brownie with chocolate chips, but they've got crunch, they've got oats, so healthy and literally like one of the best treats. You guys are gonna love these. And there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed these snack bar recipes. They also could totally double as desserts. I just find that they are more like snacky for me. I'm a big fan of dark chocolate things for dessert. So if anything, I'm choosing those Superfood chocolate crunch bars because they are so good. I actually have some in my freezer right now and I've been enjoying them for dessert. But what's great about all of these recipes, like I said, is that they are portable. You can bring them with you on the go, throw them in your bag as you hit the gym, go to the office, whatever it is. And I know you guys are going to love them. Don't forget that you can find the full recipes with instructions, ingredient lists, and more photos up on the blog. I've linked all 3 recipes down in the description box for you, and I can't wait to hear which one you're going to try first. So let me know in the comments, and if you are not yet part of our community, like I said in the beginning, I would love for you to subscribe. There is a red button right below this video. It's right down in this corner. It says subscribe. If you tap that button, that will make you a member of this community. And then you can also hit the little bell and that will turn on your notifications to make sure that you never miss another video. Otherwise, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!